Hey guys, it is May 3rd. The water temps are about 70 degrees and these crappie came out of the brush. There's still some crappie on the brush, still some in transition. Hey guys, you better get out here and catch you some fish. Is happening, people? So I've been doing a lot of turkey hunting over the past 30 days. Been doing a lot of striper fishing the last 30 days. Hadn't had a chance to get out and crappie fish. Hey, I know you guys want to know how to find these crappie in May, and so we came to the lake. I didn't go to my home lake because the boat traffic is terrible this afternoon, I'm sure of it. And so we decided to come to this little small lake, and so the water temperature is 70 degrees and the water's up in this lake. So I came back in this cove. I knew where some brush was underwater. And 70 degrees, I figured we on the tail end of crappie spawning. So anyway, we're gonna fish around here for the next couple of hours and see what we can come up with and see what kind of fish we catch. And hey, let's go catch a fish. Boy, that is one more nice crappie right there. Whoa! Look at that! Look at the size of that crappie. Wow! Come on up in here with me. Boom! That's what I'm talking about. Nice May crappie right there. Boom! That's about a 10 and a half, 11-inch fish. Well, they are biting it, but they just reluctant. We'll just lower that. I'm gonna lower that rod tip right down in there and just hold it there and see they're whacking at it. They're coming out of that brush and whacking at it, trying to move it out of the bed. And I'm not gonna lie to you that now did you notice that technique I showed y'all? I just did. When I'm hung down in there, sometimes you can, if it's tight, you can put a bow in the line right here and let it go really quick, and it'll shoot that lure right back off a limb, as long as you don't set the hook in it. Let me see if I can get back over there again. See the line, got bit as soon as I let it down, and gosh, I'm blowing that petroleum motor all in that brush pile. It's one thing I do not want to do. And I could take the anchor and just let it out. Now, I don't quite know where that brush is here, so what I'm doing, I'm slowly lowering that rod down into the water. And I'm feeling it for a bite or feeling any brush. I felt a little brush right there. Now folks, I had an 1/8 on. I'm gonna switch back since we done started fishing up shallow. And I'm gonna stick with this old Tennessee shad. That water's just, pretty clear. That's just a natural color, natural bait. Kalen's jig, boom, that's a good combination. All right, let's see what's in this old beaver hut here. This is a pretty good sized beaver hut here, and there crappies are here. There's one right there. Small one. This beaver hut's probably loaded with this size. Sometimes when they get thick like this, y'all, All right, now I'm not gonna throw. I'm just gonna, I know I'll get hung up. So I'm gonna probe around in here. If I don't catch nothing but these little ones. All right, here we go again. I'm gonna just let that, I saw him come up. Now he's a little bit better right there. That's a little bit better crappie. Still not quite what we said. I'm not casting, because if I cast, I let it sink. So I'm just basically, I could stand a 10-foot rod right here. So I'm basically going, and I'm gonna let that little free fall over top of the brush. Now I don't want to lower it in the brush. Now see how the wind is coming in to my direction, so I can hold the trolling motor here. I can go up to it and then let it drift back. Now so many crappies in here, we after the bigger crappie. So I'm allowing that lure to float over top of the brush. And I just got bit. And I'm trying to pick it straight up without jerking it out of the water, but that's hard to do. So right straight down again. It got bit again. And see, I'm not doing anything. I'm just holding that lure straight down. And that's a little bit better crappie right there. That's another 8-inch one. And this is a good time to have some young ones with you. Boom. Straight down again into the water. I'm letting it free fall. He bites, I pick him straight up out of the water. Boom, just like that. Now I can flip out here where it's a little deeper. And since I got a 16th, and a 32nd works good for this too. And see, they so thick in here, it's just. Now even though this crappie right here is legal to keep, he's probably 7.5 inches. Somebody wanting a fish fry. Now I'm gonna back on off now. See where this is? I'm gonna back right on out here. And I'm gonna cast up there, and that water coming down through there is probably 9 feet deep, with probably 2 or 3 feet of brush on it. And I'm gonna float that lure right over the top of it right there. And see, it's even crappies way on out here too. Still small. But now, a bunch of children could have a ball right here. And I might see if I can't line a trip just to come down and fish this brush pile. And I'm gonna pitch back out here a little bit further. But sometimes your bigger crappie will be a little bit further out. Now this is a better crappie. Well, not really. Still 7.5, 8 inches crappie. All right, so you see we got another beaver hut out in front of us. And we're gonna see what's out on the tip of it. And before I cast over there, I want to get fairly close and kind of look and see how the brush is situated before I really go to getting gung-ho. And there's a crappie right there already. All right, so let's try the same technique. We'll let off about 7 feet of line, and I'm just gonna let it straight down. Less risk of actually getting hung up. So we'll pitch out here towards the end. On that line. There he is right there. I believe he's another 7.5, 8-inch fish. Yeah, just these little males. I tell you, a lot of these crappie have transitioned. A lot of these bigger crappie have transitioned. All I'm finding is these males, and you know, they loaded in here. So that's why I stopped to check the bridge again. So on your lake, if I knew it was some brush out there and 16 feet of water, that's probably where I'd be fishing, but I don't have any out there. And see, this is just like every cast. And so, you know, this is first part of May. And April is notorious for these cold fronts to move in and out. And as those cold fronts move in, it'll push those crappie off the bank, and those females will move off, males will move off, get water warms back up, they move back in. And I have not fished for these crappie, but just first part of, it's probably been a month, first part of April I was fishing for them. And so I hadn't been really keeping up with their movements, but as warm as the water was back in March, you know, it was some 60, 61 degree water. And I knew those crappie then were doing a lot of spawning. So if I had went to my home lake, I'd be fishing docks right now. And I just wanted to come and check these brush piles. And like I said, this is a great place to bring some kids fishing. And I mean, you know, they just loaded in there. It's almost every cast. This is a little bit better crappie right here, y'all. Oh, yeah, this is a little bit better. He's probably 9.5 inches. That's a little bit better crappie there. Boom. And like I said, these beaver huts on any particular lake gets fished pretty hard. And so people come in here and they're gonna keep the bigger crappie. Oh, we got here, hit some mean right here, boy. Good gracious. Ooh, yeah, this is here. That's what I'm talking about right there. Boom! Yes, sir. A good crappie right there. Come off the end of that brush. Boom. And so basically, I'm just sitting here. The wind is a lot better than this cove is blowing over me. And I'm casting out towards the end where I know it's about 4 feet of water over top of the brush. And just working that lure slowly. And one thing that's a little different on this particular brush here is it's got a lot of shade on it. And of course, to get close afternoon, some of those nicer crappie probably move up to this brush pile here. And a lot of times you fish in this brush pile, you'll find that your nicer crappie are out towards the end, a little bit deeper water. Oh yeah, it's a little bit better one right here too. Oh yeah. Come on up there, buddy. Well, he was just fought hard. He just a little cuss. Think he must have fished. And these crappie came out of the brush. There's still some crappie on the brush, still some in transition. Hey guys, you better get out here and catch you some fish.